the season for a clip show, fa la 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 la. Let's just get this over with. So yeah, as you guys probably guessed, I'm not a big fan of the clip show formula. Don't get me wrong, Ghostess with the Mostest wasn't a bad episode, and the show seems to have a good handle on the characters, but these episodes don't really do any favors for the season as a whole. I mean, last time we forgot to introduce an entire Zord, and having 2 clip-based episodes in one season is how Trapped in a Megazord happens. And we all remember that, don't we? Still, it's Christmas, and in the spirit of forgiveness, let's take a look at episode 21, The Race to Rescue Christmas. The episode opens in a park where a bunch of children and their parents are waiting to meet Santa with synthetic enthusiasm.
Get out of the way, you smelly little rugrats! We're not waiting in line. Yoo-hoo! Oh, look! I'm next!
We're gonna talk to Santa Claus!
Santa, darling, you're looking swell. Anyway, these are the presents I want, in alphabetical order. I hope you deliver to outer space.
For Sandra, right?
That's me!
Let me check my naughty or nice computer.
Naughty or nice computer? Really? You couldn't think of anything more clever, guys? A nearby elf hits some buttons and pulls a lever, which activates a screen, showing Poisandra blasting Keeper out of space and tormenting Miss Morgan with Sting Rage. The Naughty or Nice computer says that Poisandra's been naughty, and Santa tells her she won't be getting any presents. Poisandra says that Mr. Claus will regret messing with her and calls on Wrench and Vivix to take the computer, saying that if she doesn't get any presents, no one will, Father Christmas protesting, saying that he can't do his job without the computer. At the lab, the Rangers are having Christmas dinner, laughing and making merry with one another, when Shelby says she can't eat another bite before noticing a pie. Strivin says that Christmas feast is a fine tradition, and Coda offers a drumstick to the table, but just as Miss Morgan suggests saving it for Chase, Coda eats the limb in one slurp. Tyler says it's been an amazing year, before reminiscing with Shelby over the photo they were trying to take when he fell into the lab for the first time. Shelby comments on this fact, Tyler also saying it was the first time he met Miss Morgan, Coda, and Chase, with Riley finally asking where the hotshot was. On cue, Chase comes in on his skateboard, carrying luggage, as he wishes everyone a Merry Christmas. Miss Morgan says that Chase is going to be late for the airport, which is a nice callback in continuity for Ghostess, since Chase says he's going to New Zealand to see his family, but needed to pick up last-minute gifts and hands them to the group. Just as he tells everyone to open their presents, the communicator goes off, confusing the crew since Miss Morgan is with them. The team gathers around Tyler to see the familiar face of Père Noël, saying that he had an emergency message for the Power Rangers. Shelby and Sir Ivan ask in disbelief if they heard correctly, with Coda asking who Santa Claus is. Chase asks about his Christmas list, but Grandfather Frost tells him that it won't matter since Poisandra stole his computer and he can't tell the nice children from the naughty. Because, you know, it's the naughty or nice computer. He goes on to say that if he can't deliver presents, he'd have to cancel Christmas, Riley becoming morally outraged at the suggestion. Sir Ivan says that St. Nicholas can count on them, and the team leaves with purpose, all except for Chase, who sticks back with Miss Morgan, who tells him not to worry about missing his plane, assuring him that he will be home for Christmas, but Chase leaves with a sigh. Cut to an abandoned train station where the villains set up shop, Wrench ordering around a bunch of Vivix to fire up the computer. Poisandra asks why Wrench is messing with the thing, and he answers that he wanted to know what he's going to get for Christmas before starting the machine. The computer shows Wrench pushing over a smokescreen and setting up the bomb to blow up the Rangers, before concluding that Wrench would be skipped over for the holiday. Wrench gets enraged at this enough to try and smash the computer with a nearby oil drum before Poisandra stops him, saying the machine seems to know a lot, and decides to use it to find out the location of the Rangers' base. Wow, that could work. Good job, Poisandra. She explains to Wrench and Curio that they have to check all the Rangers' highlights for the year and decides to start with green before Wrench types in what I'm assuming are just the words Green Ranger into the computer, and the screen starts up again. We get to see Riley protect his dog from Fury and free the others from Puzzler before the computer shows off a nice graphic. Get it?
These are the coordinates.
Guys, over there! They haven't left.
We better find Santa's computer fast.
Wow, that was almost genuine concern.
Or I'm not gonna make it to the airport on time.
Oh, never mind. Coda sniffs the air and takes off in one direction before the others chuckle to themselves and follow. Back at the station, Poisandra suggests they try the Pink Ranger and watch Shelby return Tyler's bracelet after his fight with Fury, as well as saving Sir Ivan from Bones, and even show her interactions with Julian. The computer again concludes the Ranger to be nice, as Wrench makes some weird comment about how pretty Shelby is, but Poisandra tells him to concentrate on the task at hand and find the base. Meanwhile, in New Zealand, we see Chase's mom and sister decorating for the season, as they hear on the news that Santa's computer was stolen. Huh, must have been a slow news day. Chloe says that she doesn't care, explaining that she's already gotten her wish of getting Chase to come home, and continues putting ornaments on the tree. Back with the villains, Poisandra says to try blue, and the computer decides to showcase Coda's protective nature, with him saving his brother by tackling a freaking saber-toothed tiger, protecting Prince Philip from Fury, and another clip of him rescuing Peter, which earns him a nice ruling by the machine. Poisandra begins to get frustrated because she hasn't gotten the information she needs, and orders Wrench to go to black, which he obliges. Then look on at Chase's radical skate moves while saving saving the gypsy's cat, while conveniently leaving out his reaction when he finds out it's a cat, and his need to redeem himself by saving Shelby, Tyler, and Sir Ivan from suffocating at the hands of Gold Digger, tying the whole thing together with a very heartfelt apology to Shelby before the computer says he was also nice. Poisandra complains that they haven't found a moment from the base, and Wrench says he'll keep looking, but that the Rangers might be onto them, ordering Curio to go stand guard since he's apparently just stacking oil drums in the background. The Rangers arrive at the station, with Shelby asking where they should go before Coda sniffs the air again and points the Rangers in another direction. Chase says he doesn't know how Coda can know where to go just by scent, with Riley adding that he doesn't smell anything, but Coda says he doesn't either and instead sees a nearby Curio. The Rangers try to catch Curio, but end up running into a squad of Vivics, who Chase says will make him miss Christmas with his family, before declaring it's morphing time. While the Rangers begin fighting with the Vivics, Curio runs back into the station, where he tells Poisandra and Wretch that the Rangers are outside, and the three rush to continue their search, moving on to Gold. Again, we see Sir Ivan's epic clash with Fury, as well as his beat down on Bones, ending with him saving a woman from falling off the ladder, and the computer says the Gold Ranger's nice. Back outside, the Rangers are taking out the foot soldiers, complete with quips, as Coda activates Dino Steel and takes on a bunch of Vivics with the Stego Shield, Riley tossing one into a stack of oil drums. Finally, we get to Tyler, with Poisandra saying that Red will surely reveal the hideout, and as Rich pulls the lever, we get to see Tyler stop and help Riley when his moped broke down, and also that awesome and more fight with Fury before Poisandra shoves Wrench out of the way, saying that she'll find the base in no time. The Rangers continue taking out the Vivics as Shelby kicks around a few, and Sir Ivan says something about stealing being wrong before Coda leads the others into the station. Poisandra comes across the clip of Tyler, Shelby, and Riley at the museum, taking the picture with the T-Rex head, and the Rangers rush inside as the trio look on, Poisandra saying the Dino head looked familiar. Just before the villains can see Tyler fall into the lab, the voices of the Rangers are heard nearby, and Wrench says they have to leave, with Poisandra exclaiming that they were so close, Curio adding that the Rangers are probably pretty upset. The Rangers arrive on scene, and Tyler goes up to the computer, seeing himself on screen falling into the secret entrance to the lab, and Shelby says the villains almost discovered their base, Riley saying they should go after them, and the crew leaves just as the computer pulls up the final nice graphic for the Red Ranger. Poisandra and the others are running back to the drop pods, but immediately run into the Rangers, with Chase saying they have a present for Poisandra, but she says she's been naughty and hides behind a spike ball, which she pushes at the Rangers before saying Merry Christmas and running off with Reg and Curio. Tyler combines his T-Rex saber and Dino Charge Morpher to blow up the spike ball in one blast before Sledge calls on the Magnet Beam in his only contribution to this episode. The spike ball grows, and Coda says that the alien doesn't have any Christmas cheer before Tyler calls on the triangular formation of the Dino Charge Megazord. The monster fares pretty well against the Megazord, requiring the team to call upon the Terrazord, and after trading the Ankylozord for the Stegozord, Sir Ivan hammer punches the thing's club, causing it to shatter, and the others use the Stego Saber to deliver a final slash and put the monster away. After the fight, Tyler tells the others they have to return the computer, with Coda adding that the children of Earth now have presents, and that Chase can go home, but Chase says it's too late. Back in New Zealand, Chloe sees her mom come on set and asks if Chase had arrived, but she says that he missed his flight and won't be there for Christmas. Chloe asks why, but before her mom can answer, she figures he had to work, and lays back down on the sofa in spiraling depression. Cut to the lab where the other Rangers ask Miss Morgan if they saved Christmas, and Miss Morgan shows them a news stream saying that all the children will be happy this year, confirming the Rangers' success. Chase comes in saying not every kid will be happy, and mopes at the table saying he's the worst big brother ever, but Keeper comes in saying that if Chloe knew the situation he was in, it would only validate how good of a brother he is. A cheerful laugh is heard echoing before Santa comes sliding into the lab, and the Rangers get super excited, especially Coda, which doesn't make any sense. Chris says that the Rangers made a huge sacrifice for the sake of others, saying that was the true meaning of Christmas, and goes on to say that he had one more stop to make. Chase realizes that he means New Zealand, and Santa offers the Ranger a ride as Chase gets filled with cheer, exclaiming that he gets to go home, the team bidding a farewell and wishing Chase a Merry Christmas as the two leave. Tyler wonders out loud what Chase had gotten them for Christmas, and the team races to open their presents as we cut back and forth from them to Chloe, still waiting for Chase in New Zealand. The crew opens the gifts to find pictures of themselves, much to the confusion of Riley and Coda, but Shelby tells the team to follow her as we hear sleigh bells over a waking Chloe. The Rangers piece together their individual pictures to form one large portrait, but Miss Morgan says that one's missing as Keeper re-enters with the last piece. Riley comments on how Chase made the portrait for them, and Coda asks what the banner on the bottom says, Shelby saying it's one of the best gifts ever. Chase finally arrives at home where he finds Chloe, the two exchanging holiday greetings before hugging, and the episode ends with Chase watching the silhouette of Santa's sleigh passing over the moon, saying silently, "Thank you." This episode is pretty okay all in all. I actually really like the plot of this episode since it yet again makes sense with the characters that we have. Poisandra would have absolutely ruined Christmas like a bratty child, but the plan is also very clever, giving her credit for being smarter than she looks, and showing that she's determined to help Sledge when she can. I also really enjoyed Chase's focus in this episode since his plot feels like a Christmas special. I've said it before that Chase's interactions with Chloe make him more relatable to the audience, and that's abundantly true here. We've all been in situations where we would like to be with our families but just couldn't, and those moments are conveyed pretty well. You feel Chase's desperation, but there's still that little glimmer of hope in every scene, and Jim Davies' acting is actually something to shake a candy cane at here. However, where this episode loses traction is the time it aired. In the last episode we had a lot of narrative stuff, including losing the purple energy stratagem and the introduction of the Master, and with only one episode left this season, that should have been the primary focus. I mean, wasn't there a big to be continued with dramatic music at the end of the last episode? I thought we were going to get some more of that. The Rangers want to get to Sledge's ship and set up Supercharge. Side note, several of the characters had clips shown from millions of years ago. Does this mean Santa judges people based on their entire life? Overall, season stuff aside, this episode is Christmassy if nothing else, and would definitely be a nice watch with some hot cocoa, but the timing of this episode definitely knocks it down a couple notches, so I'd probably recommend the Halloween special before this one. I'm Nick, aka IronBat1993, and may the power protect you. Merry late Christmas!